Are you serious? Are you serious? What? It is a beast. I mean, a beast of a storm. This is the worst storm that we've seen in the Pacific Ocean, headed toward the West Coast in, I don't know, they're thinking maybe 2 years or longer. This thing's gigantic. It's a monster. It's a beast. It's ugly. It's wicked. And it's headed right for Seattle and Portland and the whole Northwest Pacific coastal area. I'm talking Washington, Oregon, Northern California, Idaho, that whole area. It's going to get huge storms. Dead Man's Pass is a place you don't want to be. Can I put a shout out right now real quick for healthwithpaul.com? That's www.healthwithpaul.com. Now look, folks, people are experiencing younger looking skin, more vibrance, more energy, more youthful looking hair, all because of one little secret. BioTrust has created this multi-collagen. It's tasteless, it's odorless, it's ageless. One scoop in the soup or in the smoothie or in the coffee or wherever you want to put it. This stuff is unbelievable. There's no human collagen at all. Instead, fish, eggs, and plant collagen. Incredible what this can do. Matter of fact, guys, thanks to Ageless Multi-Collagen, you could start looking 10 years younger. All you got to do is put one scoop in the soup. Well, collagen is vital for your skin, your hair, your joints, your tendons, your bones, and your gut health. And most people don't know that their natural collagen levels are depleting about 10% every decade. So supplementing your collagen with multi-collagen by BioTrust at www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. You will feel better. I am feeling better. I've lost now 13 pounds. I'm telling you, we're counting them now. All right. And because of that, got a good haircut and a shave. Guess what? But imagine what will happen. You can do all those things, but if you can strengthen your depletion that you have in collagen in your body, you will feel and look so much younger. Matter of fact, it is 51% off. 51% off. And there's a 60-day money-back guarantee. Just go to www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. Here's the story. Guys, a beast. I mean, a beast of a storm is now coming in and slamming into the Pacific Northwest. It's the most powerful storm since sometime late last winter, about to slam into the Pacific Northwest. It's a huge storm engulfing the Pacific Northwest right now. And scientists are forecasting it will be the first significant storm since last winter, triggering a broad range of hazards. It will be a beast of a storm, said senior meteorologist Alex Sosnowski. And it could end up being one of the worst and most intense storms of the entire season. The first raindrops started arriving in Seattle and all the way down to Portland last night. And precipitation continued to push farther inland through the night last night. And by this morning, as the precipitation encountered cooler air coming down from Canada, in the higher elevations, the snow began to fall in the Washington Cascades. Snow levels that were initially around 4,000 feet on Thursday night will fall to around 2,000 feet during the day today, and it is, plus the cold wind associated with this area of low pressure moving ashore brings lower temperatures, frigid temperatures, glossy ice. Oh no, here it comes. And some passes are already closed, folks, already closed. But those that remain open will be snow-packed, slippery, snow piles throughout the day. This wet snow will be so slick and dangerous, along with what seems to be underneath it, sheets of ice, where precipitation will remain in the form of a rainy sleet, freezing rain. Some localized incidents of flooding may even occur in places where rain falls most heavily. And this would be most likely along the immediate coast and in the foothills of the Cascades Mountains. And during the day today and until tonight, precipitation will expand into northern California, northern and central Idaho, western Montana, western Wyoming, northern Nevada, and even into Utah. This thing is a beast. And at the coast in California, rain will fall heavily at times. Elsewhere, snow will fall at a furious pace, and travel will be extremely difficult and treacherous through the early Saturday morning hours tomorrow for anyone trying to head across the Washington and Oregon Cascades, with heavy snow falling down to pass levels, including Stevens and other passes there in Washington. By the time the snow winds down on Saturday afternoon, you're looking at 1 to 2 feet. What? 1 to 2 feet will fall in most locations above 4,000 feet, with an expected 40 inches at the highest elevations in the Cascades and the northern Rocky Mountains. Precipitation, whether it be rain or snow, will not be all that residents of the Northwest will encounter with this storm. Winds, wicked winds of the west, will be widespread throughout the western area in areas of heavy rain or heavy snow. This is going to cause a reduced visibility. We're talking blizzard conditions, apocalyptic storm of a biblical nature. In addition, the snowdrifts can become several feet high, reducing visibility, drifting snow, slick ice, and will only be 2 potential impacts from these high winds. In addition to difficult travel, sporadic power outages will also be a concern as the ice begins to freeze upon the power lines. Through Friday tonight, along I-5, the corridor from Portland to Seattle, as the wind gusts 30 to 40 miles an hour, it will be strong enough to down some tree limbs, which could cause some damage to power lines. And while wind gusts will be 30 to 40 miles an hour in many cities along I-5, winds could gust over 60 miles an hour along the immediate Oregon coast today. By tonight and Saturday, similar wind gusts are likely to be in higher elevations of Montana and Idaho. Up to 90-mile-an-hour winds in Montana and Idaho, with snow falling and blizzard wind conditions and wicked winds of the west. Maybe even wizards out there, for all I know. Anyone who may have gotten an early start on the outdoor Christmas decorations will want to make sure they've secured everything down, batten down the hatchets, guys. This is going to be one beast of a storm, and yet another storm could even come ashore Saturday night, but it does not look as potent as this one. However, it will be on the heels of a brief period of heavy rain, could affect the coastal Oregon Saturday night into Sunday morning before finally the rain begins to lighten. And by the way, if during the storm the sky turns green, go into cover, folks. Why? It may be announcing a big hail or even tornadoes. Did you say tornadoes? With the blizzard and with the storm and the winds and the ice and the rain and the mudslides that are potential, you're going to throw in large hail and tornadoes? Guys, this is the kind of stuff that happens. You have to be prepared. You have to understand it's beginning. And where's it beginning? Seattle and Portland and the Pacific Northwest. I'm praying for all you guys that are out there. I know this is huge. And I'm telling you, it's going to be ugly. Now, right now, as this begins to develop this afternoon, into tonight, into tomorrow afternoon, into Saturday night, be ready, guys. I-5, I've traveled that road. I know Brock, his family used to live in the Seattle area. They lived in Lakewood, Lakewood, Washington, which is a suburb south of Seattle, I think it's between Seattle and Tacoma, if I'm right. Maybe it's past Tacoma. I can't remember. But anyway, that area, Mark Biltz is out there. Okay. But that area, I-5, you don't want to be in a storm. It's really weird because they get a lot of little sprinkly rain out in that area, but you don't want to be a part of a storm like this. This is a beast. And what's really dangerous about this thing is the winds and the fact that it's going to carry into the mountains of the Cascades. And then that's when the snow is really going to get deep and it's going to get really treacherous up there. So be careful, guys, with what's going on. Be careful with what is going on. We're living in the last days. Give your life to Jesus Christ. I just did a Patreon that is so prophetic. It is so powerful. And David Wilkerson prophecies are in there, not the one from 1973. This was the one. This is one of his prophecies. He had two powerful prophecies that the Lord gave him on a breakfast on a Tuesday morning in 1986. And now the first one came to pass 1 year after he gave it. The second one came to pass this year in 2020 when the plague hit. It's an incredible prophecies. I wanted to share with you. It's called Sinners in the Hands of an Angry God. I include for you also this great sermon by Jonathan Edwards from 1700s. I think it's going to be a blessing to you. Get it. Go check it out. It's at my Patreon. Join my Patreon channel and help us continue to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm praying for everybody in the West Coast, up in the Pacific Northwest. Stay in, stay dry, stay clean, stay clear, and stay ready. Jesus is coming soon. Give your life to Jesus Christ. It's a beast of a storm.